Okay, let's get this stream started by starting New Vegas. So that's going. The script loader's gone. Go away, the script extender. Sometimes it takes forever. I've not really had actually. No, it doesn't. Not with New Vegas. For some reason, it's only a Skyrim one that can take an eternity. Just oh, YouTube decided to unmute itself. Why does YouTube do that? Sometimes YouTube decides to mute itself and you don't expect it to do it, so it does it on its own and it just happens. Really annoying. Ah, there we go. I don't know if it's just me, but this water is very, very opaque. Like excessively so. And it's radioactive. Derp. No, I think that little I think this little micro standoff is broken.
Damn muties. Can't wait to get the rest of our pay for this job.
Our business is with the muties, not you.
I get the feeling they'll probably win. They seem to have better equipment. Oh dear. What's going? Sorry, stream issues. I did click stream, didn't I? Sorry, I'm just having stream issues on. Oh, great. That's not working. Is it working now? Huh. Oh, there it goes. That actually seems to be working now. Sorry about that. Don't know what was going on, but something was causing it not to show. Oh, oh no, a mantis. I don't even think I had a chance to hit it. Oh well. When I think about this is probably the nicest area in any Fallout, in that it's basically not affected by the Wasteland at all. like in the slightest. It's got green trees, it's got grass. It's not like it's affected in the slightest. It's so nice. And I'm sure in vanilla New Vegas this would probably be an invisible wall. Because they are absolutely everywhere. The old ranger station that I've been having, never really remember where it is. World Seam, Rock Seam. This is somewhere you can go. This isn't like I'm not jumping. You know, that's not somewhere. That's somewhere I'm supposed to be able to go. Land on the outhouse. Break my fall. And if it didn't, I'd be in a world of shit. That would have been pleasant.
You're here for the money. Oh. I talked to the cashier at Gamora and it didn't go so. They also said if they had to talk to me about...
And you can't just give them money like you could to any other person.
I operate the radio.
No, they won't let me take the ammo. This isn't Fallout 4 where you can just loot your entire factions, everything once you join. It's a bit better. They don't just let you take everything. You know, how this ranger station sees anything, I don't know. It's sort of the bottom of the hill, and it kind of can't see anything. Hell, if it wasn't for the tower, you wouldn't even know it was there. There isn't much up here, actually. There is Jacobstown, and that's about it. Oh, and Rangers. Oh no! Mantises. What is the plural of mantis? Manti, mantises. Does anyone know? But it just hits the head, they just explode. It's such a brokenly overpowered weapon. But it's supposed to break really easily, if I remember correctly. But every Legion Death Squad has them at high levels, so not exactly rare. Oh, pretty heavy, I think. Oh. But I've never really bothered with the weight limits because I find them, you know, if it was trying to be realistic, it's too high. Because you can carry an unrealistic amount of crap. And if it's, you know, for gameplay, it's just tedious. Because it basically means you can't carry anything. It means that, yeah, oh, I've looted one dungeon, I must go back to town and sell or store it all. That's, like, just tedious. More so in, like, Fallout 4, it's more so than any other Bethesda RPG because the junk actually has a purpose. But, yeah, you're definitely not meant to get up here. I can assure you of that one. Anywhere worlds like this, it's clearly you're not meant to come up here. And there would normally be like a pointless invisible wall in the way. I say, but am I breaking anything by going over here? No. You know, I'm not breaking anything by going through the invisible walled off areas. Hell, the reason I got the invisible wall remover is because I was going... I think it was actually near Good Springs. There is an invisible wall that has no purpose existing. It's something you don't even really have to jump up. and it's just blocking off the way for no reason. Not a sheer fall on the other side, nothing. Oh no. A Cazador. Well. Didn't realise these sinister things were the side of New Vegas. Oh, Cazadors. Let's see if I can't avoid them. Boone does a wonderful job of keeping up as long as he isn't in water. He's not really good when he's in water. Ash piles and a plasma rifle, they aren't connectable in the slightest. As lasers produce ash piles, plasma produces goo piles, which is green and, well, goo. No, I'm not quite sure what goo is, but it's green goo and that's all it is. I get a very distinct impression that this end of New Vegas was not particularly developed for anything. I mean, there's a hilarious little Wind Brahmin encounter, and that's about it. And the Horowitz Farmstead aliens, and that's about it. There really is so little out there. It's like they sort of ran out of time to get that one. Because I'm pretty sure New Vegas was on a time crunch. And they just missed their deadline by like a day or two. It was a really strange case. Ah, West Side. I'm sure there must be a quest or something in here. We'll be able to help out one of these Wastelanders.
Hey there.
That sweetie sure is something.
Go find one with a name. And not the one black guy, because he happens to be related to... Actually, he might actually have a quest of his own.
You don't strike me as someone down on their luck. I helped tend the crops. Couple of years now.
No, he doesn't. He's related in another quest, though. Ah, this guy should.
Hi. Ha ha ha! I wash my bone with Sibby. I have.
Nope, he doesn't. I think he might be. I think he's just a unique NPC that has no purpose. Come on, read. Nope.
There was some kind of massacre along the ranges.
There is just like loads of NPCs here, but no, I don't actually think there's much going on in West Side. I think it's actually quite like pointless. There's actually much good. I think it's mostly just flavour. Well, gee, sure is a liquor store.
Howdy. Name's Bob, but folks around here call me Klamath Bob. Yeah, good old Klamath. Not a bad place if you like hunting, eating, and... It's a pretty dull place, but I hear there was a bit of excitement when this tribal from Arroyo came to town.
Reference the previous
all before
Fallouts.
my time, though.
Anything to do with Arroyo. I can't remember which one of Arroyo was. I think it was 2. Because I'm pretty sure Arroyo had something to do with the Enclave. They sort of sacked it or something.
I might have some... Oh, yeah, that's mean son of a bitch. Far as I can tell, he's one of them original super mutants. What came from the boneyard.
Master
Wondered
being
about after that
villain
master
before
fellow
that
died.
one.
Eventually got caught somewhere around the hub back in NCR. Boy, they sure treated him mean down there. Cut him up so... I tried to buy him just so they'd stop hurting him. Turns out some of them night kids, whatever you call those sneaky super mutant types, got in and busted him out. I guess somebody named Tabitha led the bunch that freed him. Don't know much more than that.
Tabitha's another quest.
He just showed up here one day. Couldn't really talk, but ever since then he's just been, well, hanging around, I guess. Some folks steer clear of them. Well, things aren't great here, but I've seen a lot worse. We've got the fiends to the south of us, and that ain't good. The Scorpions hang out at the Monte Carlo when they aren't slinging chems or getting their heads blown off by the fiends. Probably the best thing we've got going on is the co-op, run by Mr. Etienne. Get some help from the fall. Not so much lately. The NCR is giving them hell anytime they poke their damn heads out. I feel pity for any man or woman that gets addicted to chems, but when they prey on decent... Not much to tell. Typical gang of dumb bullies and angry nobodies. They're holed up a bit south of here, and they think they're tough, but anytime they tangle with the fiends, they get torn right up.
That's because the fiends have numbers. That's about all the
Food
fiends
from
have.
the people and for the people. Anyone can buy, but the profits are shared by the folks who make the produce. Locals got these little gardens that do real well. Gosh darn well, truth be told. Etienne got some help from that Anderson kid, I think. Anyway, we don't gotta rely on merchants so much. And it means the troopers can use all the food they make over on the east side. Works out nice. I run the liquor store on west side. With things this rough, some folks need a... After I close up shop, I walk around and help keep the peace. Not that I'm good with a gun, mind.
Might
all right,
see if
then.
I can't sell some shit to him. Cards. To play a game that no one understands. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if Caravan was actually comprehensible, but it isn't. Because I wouldn't actually actively tried to cheat it by basically cheating and giving myself an alternate deck, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out how the fuck it worked. Yeah, I refuse to use recharger pistols, they're too overpowered. Like, way too overpowered. Actually.
Hey, stranger. Hope you've been...
If he sells food, I might actually buy it. They are not worth the money in Coca-Cola Victory. Well, since the booze heals me. Only certain booze. Only certain booze heals me. Like regular beer doesn't. Yeah, have some rippers. Why I have so many rippers, I don't know. So I need all the healing items I can get. It's not like Fallout 4 where stim packs are everywhere. New Vegas healing items are a lot more limited. Hell, in Fallout 3 I think they're a lot more limited too. Yes, it's actually, unlike Skyrim, it's actually a crime to harvest someone else's food.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gamers away.
That's one hell of a watering can. Oh wait, this isn't.
Howdy.
That isn't stealing, but... Well...
You hear there was some kind of shootout at one of them casinos on the Strip? Some people got killed or something.
So, apparently taking these cacti is stealing, but taking the entire other planter
I
isn't.
heard about some courier making a fuss over at the Strip. Must have delivered more than just mail.
Taking every other plant is fine, but those cacti? No. Can't take them. There must be something to do in West Side. There must be. Or is it just someone that you get sent to on quests?
Watch out for fiends.
I keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over at the Strip.
Well, pawn shop might have something. You look for someone to help and you really can't find them.
If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I buy just about anything. My grandfather opened up this shop. Of course.
Another one with absolutely nothing to speak of. Because a pawn shop will carry ammo, wouldn't they? It strikes me as a very strange thing for a pawn shop to have. Guns, yeah, that's fair. But ammo? People pawn ammo? And they accept it? I thought I stole the shot baton. Oh well. Well, now I have Oh Baby, that's kind of point. Oh Baby, 72. That's like, Oh Baby is so much better. Let's go to these throwing spears. They have absolutely... They're just almost impossible to hit with. And when they do, they don't really do much. They're kind of pointless. Kind of like the Varmint rifle, really. So the Varmint rifle has value as like the baby weapon. You know, it's your first gun, and at least it has purpose as that. Yeah, I got 30 points on quick select. There must be something somewhere.
Welcome to Casa Madrid, cheapest, cleanest whores in all New Vegas. Yep, for years now. Guess I should be calling it Casa Marco or something, but I haven't changed. Folks who can't pay their way onto the strip need a place to stay too. And when Pretty Sarah said her...
Lovely.
Like who? Alright.
Lovely. I think there's a quest in there, but I think it's best to stay away from such places. Ooh, West Side Co-op. More money. Didn't realise there's some vendors
Welcome
here.
to the West Side Co-op. I'm Clayton. All right.
Wait for the lag, because for some reason, you know, oh yes, everything he has is going to be healing. So, or not. Radiation-free food. Got some maize. Beans, always good. Oh, actually. Take all my Legion armor. And my pre-war business work. My ill-gotten gains. take it all. Must have something just worth a little. There we go. That was
you're doing business. Welcome back. How can I help you? Well, I've lived in Nevada all my life. If you can believe it, things are even worse back home. The whole city's still run by crime families. Now it's the Wrights and Van Graffs. Seems like things never got better. It might not look like much, but we started it a few years ago. I admit we had a lot of trouble at first, but eventually we got some... We're finally to the point where the co-op members can start making money from sales instead of just breaking even.
So they're actually doing better than... So they're not just good farmers, they're very good farmers that are making money. Farming is not that profitable a venture. You know, it's kind of one of those things where farming isn't actually that profitable. No, so Westside is basically a few stores and loads of NPCs, so you can have a right killing spree if you really want to. But other than that, it's got really no purpose. This is a quest though. Not really helping a Wastelander though, but I guess if they get entertainment from it, it will. Yeah, as to quite how this was made, I don't.
Come to see the fights, or Red Lucy?
I'd remember if I had seen you here before. The clamor of our... This is the Thorn. You can bet on the contenders. Be warned. The Thorn demands... What? The rules are simple. But you can get a bigger share if you risk your skin in the... I won't tolerate anyone that interferes with the fights. Giant rad scorpion. You got...
Of course I'd bet on the Death Claws. Why would I ever bet on anything else? Assuming the Death Claws can get out and... So they're not a baby Death Claws. Death Claws are pretty much a guaranteed win. See? That was quick. Oh, it's stuck in the door. It's stuck in the door.
It's time for blood, not talk. Find me after the fight.
I think the Death Claw's stuck. Yep, the corpse is...
Well done, stranger. Here's your share. Welcome back, stranger.
Always... Yeah, one rule. Unless it's Cazadors, always bet on the Death Claw.
And I won't... What's the name of you?
Ooh, mantises.
How many can you...
Bring as many mantises.
The crowd get...
I don't know how... No, I don't quite know how mantises count as bravery. I can't lie. Oh, yes, it teleports you down, that's it. Oh no, mantises. And the mantises are dead. Yeah, that isn't like wasn't. I don't know. Was that quicker than the Death Claw fight? Oh hello, Kovic. Have I tried volume for? Oh, was food press with Camp McCarran? No, the only thing I did Camp McCarran was the bounties. So yeah, that's actually a good place to go. At least once I get to things I can't just stick a thermic lance into here.
Well done, stranger. Here's your share.
Apparently I make more
Welcome back, stranger.
Fights. Yet I don't. This is poultry.
What?
What a rat scorpion.
Giant?
I'll take them all. Teleport down. In the barrels. Amazingly, I did less damage than I did with mantises. I think I've done with earning tiny amounts of caps here. That switch is so broke.
You seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You can see it for miles.
Well
done, stranger. Here's your share. Welcome back, stranger.
Hell, that'll be it.
I've got your back. Good. Makes things simple.
Is that way you'll actually fight and follow me again, and not just get abandoned here.
Smells like shit all the time, but at least we're safer than in the wastes.
Karen, thank you for that, Kovic. I mean, I know there's loads of quests, but I don't actually remember that one. That's actually the one I don't actually remember. The question is, can I actually find Camp McCarran without checking the map? And the answer is probably not. My sense of direction is terrible. I mean, I can just circle Vegas till I find it, though. It's not like it's easy, it's a mess. There it is. NCR, Corvic, NCR. Or Mr. House. I might go with Mr. House. But at the moment I'm sort of playing NCR and Mr. House. I'm not really decided yet. But the Legioners shoot on sight. I say Legioners shoot on sight. And yes, man, I just consider as a backup plan if you piss everyone off. You know, he's not quite as lame as the Minutemen, but he's still pretty much he's the fail-safe. Now, I don't even think I went to bother to see Yes Man, actually. No, I don't think I did. I can go back in streams and see, but I don't actually think I even bothered. So I'm pretty sure I didn't actually bother.
Checking in with the base, huh?
Funny, just no guard here.
I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think... You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine.
Misio followed away.
Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down on necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week. Yeah, on top of everything else. So somebody... Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. Well, why not? I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not... We don't have much to go on right now. It derails everything. Supply... I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's... Talk to her.
There we go. Now we've got a quest to do.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it? It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back. Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. We captured an... Better believe it. Everybody. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives... Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real... I like the way you... Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. I think if you rough him up enough... So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his... That's the...
You can actually do this entirely with words.
Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant.
I
was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on.
Do you really feel like punching him in the face? Pass. I mean, he really does a good job of making you want to.
Slave collars, Lieutenant.
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet.
I'm not completely insane.
And who is this friend of yours?
The one walking in circles,
You know all the rules
spinning.
the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus? If you resist at all,
I'm not weird at all.
I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in. He's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the... You're nothing. You're some inept mercenary the NCR is paying to supplement its own incompetent soul. No, listen. Caesar's
still seems confused.
I stayed alive because Caesar would have wanted it. I've told them nothing. They've gotten nowhere. I'm a You have to let this go. I'll disappear. No one will ever see me again. No, that's not what I meant. Lieutenant, this woman is trying to kill me. She's not who you think she is.
Trying to kill... he's late.
Let's finish this up, then we can talk.
I hate things that remove weapons. Because you already got to reapply them every time. Why does that appear as a rifle? It'll do.
Let's finish this up, then we can talk.
Get her off.
All that shouting. Honestly, Silus, you get free room and board. The least you could do is be a good guest.
Lieutenant, this woman is an agent of the Legion on a mission to kill me.
My, We have an active imagination today, don't we?
I actually want to
think about it.
I would just punch him in the face.
Is it worth the risk? You need what I know.
Well, it sounds like the two of you are becoming fast friends.
It'll be your head if I die, Lieutenant. You'll be disgraced.
You know what? I think you're right, Silus.
Of course I'm right.
Except, I don't care. Because it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it to never have to hear you say another word, Silus. Carry on.
Lieutenant!
Let's finish this up, then we can talk.
I did great. Don't lose all my weapons again.
You don't have to do this. If I'd killed myself, then I would have been murdering one of Caesar's greatest soldiers. Either choice is a betrayal of... I've done everything Caesar ever asked of me, and this is how I ambushed countless I waited for him to dispatch us for 3 days. I haven't breathed a word about the officer we planted here. He continues to radio intelligence to Caesar. I've proven my loyalty. All you're doing is killing a loyal... What? What do you mean? No, you slimy bastard. Nothing I've said will change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion.
I am female.
This camp and everyone in it.
And my parents were married,
burn.
to my knowledge. Or I just got spawned from the Wasteland, one of the two.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him. And it could save us more than that when... This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant.
Okay, time to re-equip all my weapons again. No, you do not talk to him. Him. If I remember correctly, if you want to do this quest properly with the best outcome, do not talk to him. And it's just occurred to me that this quest is going to be a bitch to do for New Vegas because there is no such thing as the almighty wait command. Actually, in this cell. Requires hack. Yay! Now he doesn't seem to be coming out tonight. Do it. So he does come about midnight. Unless you have to talk to him. You might actually have to talk to him first. Now I think about it, you might actually have to talk to him first. Derp. Oh, those wheels are low res. Hell, the landing gear in general is just so low res. Ugh.
You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier. Take your pick.
I actually don't have anything to sell.
Are you implying I have some kind of secret under the table? Now you're talking my... If you're willing to do a little legwork, many of these items aren't available in the NCR, and you'll be hard... Well, I can't exactly go wandering. I can hear the MPs now. Gee, Contreras, I didn't know you had so many friends in the gun runners. Speaking of which, guess your first stop. You're just passing a little note to a man named Isaac for me. I want to know which girl he likes. Great, let me know what he says. They're almost a straight shot.
I already thought the NCR worked with the gun runners. I don't think they actually... I always thought they worked with the gun runners, I don't really... Oh, I don't think I've ever been up here. So I don't actually think I've ever been up here. I always just thought it was a dead end, I didn't realise there was actually anything down though. Actually, I don't think I've ever been here either. Like, ever.
Listen, asshole, I know you're not really an NCR health inspector, so you can cut the restaurant critique routine. And I want my 50 caps back, because I looked it up and there ain't no disease called colorectal implosion syndrome. So I paid you to look the other way for nothing. Wait, you're not... Oh, wow, I'm sorry. That's nothing. You just look like the health inspector who stopped you for the yearly inspection a couple of weeks back. I was hoping I wouldn't have to wait another 11 months to see his crooked ass to get my cap. Oh yeah, you can order up anything you want. Just kidding. Haven't you heard? With a few shipments from home, you can only do so much as a chef with just corn, beans, onions, and peppers. Well, we haven't had any quality meat in months. Some of my kitchen machinery is broken down, and I'm desperate for spices or seasonings. It doesn't need to all come from the same source. We've never really tried to go out and organize deals with merchants to supply our food, but we really need some good old red meat on the menu soon. So I'm willing... Here's the list. We've been scrapping together quick fixes to keep it running for months. It's the goofy machine behind the counter in the corner next to the stove. I'd be much obliged. I don't know. Try the Oh, I've heard of a place called House. Just a word of warning, though. I hear no... The Crimson Caravan would probably be able... Hell, we have a whole research department. One guy...
Yeah. You know, I didn't even know this quest was here. Thank you, Kovic, for telling me this was here. I don't actually have enough skill to... Why can't it tell me that before I try it? Wait a second. That's meat. That's meat. That's meat. Pork and beans includes meat. Pork and beans includes meat. Mmm. That's only mildly concerning.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
This is a bitch if you're with the Legion and shot on sight status with the NCR, because this guy will always pick you out even though you have to talk to him. It's really, really bad.
Smart man. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes. You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. Careful with Contreras, though. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed.
Talk to Boyd again, because maybe she'll have some. I know we have false lead, but still. Okay, she's nowhere to be found.
Nice job out there.
Now maybe it will work if I go outside. What the? Must be some form of assault course. Never even noticed that before. Guess to be had to be something in Count McCarran. Nope. Nope. Try again. Can't. I know what I have to do, but I just don't remember exactly when I have to do it. I don't quite remember when.
Something I can... Yes? What is it?
Nope. I can never remember when.
You're back. Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't... I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, that... Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base but it bothers me that they didn't break in. Sure, if you want to invest...
Now I can.
There's something about this I really don't like. And
saying the others are all false leads. A good mole would never do something so overt, you know. Do something like really suspicious, like steal shit or break in. Sometimes you just got to clear your throat and it doesn't want to go. Find a convenient place playing. Should do it. Stretchy, stretchy, stretch. A room barely big enough to stretch. My feet touch one wall, my head touches the other. It's kind of it's a tiny room. It's basically the sub. It's about as wide as a double bed is wide. No. Stab. She was there briefly.
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 1300.
He's staring right at her.
10-4, Picus. Fiends will be alerted.
Roger, Lupa.
What's the status of your primary mission, Picus?
Charges are set. Detonation will occur as the train leaves the station. Over. What are you doing here? You don't... I don't know.
I just heard you say... he's hard. I need the activation code. Nah, you'll just escape anyway. Because if you don't, the bomb go... If you don't catch him in the act and kill him, grab the code and then go defuse the bomb yourself, that's it. That's it, the bomb goes off. You failed. So the one time you can come in here without being shot at, because normally the monorails shoot on sight territory. Unless you've got a high enough reputation that you're allowed to use it, of course. There we go.
Yes? What is it? No? Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. There's just no way. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. You've done everything that was asked of you. You have my personal thanks for this. And I'll make sure you receive the credit you deserve. Unfortunately, no. It sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn.
Oh, that's a few quests that are done, and now I've got to collect bits or get skill of one or two.
I really hope General Oliver has a good plan if the Legion comes back.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave there. NCR troopers stuck in a tent wall, constantly jumping. I'm just gonna abandon that and I'm just gonna leg it. That's too weird. NPC spawning is so weird. So weird.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you.
I thought
There's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, you're not alone out here.
I thought I had that already. The ranger ran up and gave me something last time. What? I'm confused. What is this building? station. Well, this wasn't a completely mad skirt of mentalness. This was a significant little fight that took place. The NCR wouldn't somehow. Oh yeah, because the second patrol came in. Normally the Fiends sort of decimate them because the NCR are not yeah, they're consistently equipped, but the service rifle isn't that good. Fiends can actually have some quite powerful weapons, while these guys kind of can't. I don't think I've ever been in here, so... Can't go wrong with Sunset Sarsaparilla and Nuka-Cola. Well, you can go wrong with Nuka-Cola, it's radioactive, but... There's something living in here. Oh no, radical roaches.
Can't run from me.
Their hit detection is so dodgy. Just back away. The floor. That's not water. That's the nothing space. There's something seriously wrong there. I thought I felt random roaches. Lens flare. It's like a J.J. Abrams movie. Too much lens flare. I broke into this room for absolutely nothing. Like, there is actually nothing in here at all. Ah! Nope! There might have been something there. The jumping in New Vegas is not that precise. It's really, really clunky. Wrong one. Yeah, even with walk on, you still sort of run when you land on something like that. That's like really, really helpful. No, I don't think there's anything up there. You're clearly not meant to get up that way. What a pointless building. Like, so totally pointless. Like, no purpose whatsoever. Normally if you can be bothered to make an interior for something, it has some purpose, but that doesn't. So exterior locations can have no purpose, that's fine. What the? Did he? What was Boom Trigger? Did he trigger something? Don't want to go too far south here, because there's a little bit of Gecko country, and then it's Deathclaw country. And there's one place you definitely do not ever. One place you never want to go is Deathclaw country. Geckos. Not that dangerous. Deathclaws, much more so. It's about as far south as I'm going. As to quite how the Powder Gangers got through Deathclaw country, I don't know. Maybe the Deathclaws felt pity on them. Or there was 100 Powder Gangers and only 10 survived, who knows. Couple of star bottle caps there. Okay. I think this house actually matches its exterior. It actually sort of matches its exterior. I'm very surprised. Isn't it a beautiful sight? Deathclaw country. 1, 2, couple more, 3. There are you just do not go there. It's that bad because they are everywhere. You only go there if you got like a Gauss rifle or something of similar firepower. And even then, you've sort of got to take it careful, because the Deathclaws, they will kill you even in the best armour very, very quickly. And they are very hard to run away from even with sprinting, because they are fast. Then again, they were designed as sort of the ultimate biological living weapon. That's sort of kind of what they were built as. They aren't, Deathclaws aren't an actual mutation, they're sort of actually a deliberate evolutionary path from Forced Evolutionary Virus, or FEV. They're a deliberate creation, and they're actually technically pre-war. They're just sort of... dear. Oh dear, we got stuck in its mound. The caves in Fallout 3 and New Vegas always struck me as rather poor. Yeah, they never looked right to me. Oh, yuck. It's an ant queen. And yeah, the ant queens, you know, you think the regular fire ants are enormous. This ant queen is absolutely gigantic. Look at it! And it has wings! Imagine that thing flying. Ugh. So imagine that thing flying. Good try my family way out of this awful place. For an ant den, there wasn't actually that many ants in it. Really, like, what, like 2-3 ants, including the queen? Really, the combat music came on just for that. For like one fiend. A single fiend. Warranted combat music.
You're mine.
So the surface rifle just they spam it, they really do, but bless them, the NCR doesn't do much damage. Yeah, this looks familiar. This is a quest location. Broken door. Empty. Oh, oh, why are they all empty? Safety stairs. Yeah, this is a quest location. You sort of just appear here and... Yeah, and the interior is actually the same size as the exterior. It's very unusual. These little train stations tend to have things of value in them. And again, the exterior seems to match the interior. Which in Fallout 3 most certainly didn't. You know, Skyrim does, but Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 don't. Oblivion, I think, does, for the most part. Ugh, Mr. Handy Eyes in this looks so awful. I was supposed to say like hello or something.
How may I serve you, mistress?
There we go. New Vegas' Mr. Handy's have really strange voices. It seems like they're much more modulated. Dang it, I'm just so used to Codsworth. What disturbs me is that these... The Mr. Handy... Yes, because I want Mr. Handy watching me on the toilet. Because that wouldn't be creepy at all. I love when there's two are very, very similar, because it pretty much guarantees that you're not going to get, one of them is going to be wrong. You know, it pretty much allows you to make it a more...
Unauthorized facial pattern. Please present... Unauthorized access. You have 30 seconds to vacate.
Well, that was lucky. Doesn't look like it.
Valid facial pattern detected.
One of these you can bodge with, like, say, by saying ice cream. For some reason, ice cream is like a magical word for robots in this world. Whether they be Robco or General Atomics. Because Mr. Handies are General Atomics, while Securitrons are Robco. And I think Protectrons are Robco as well.
Third floor access is for executives.
Alex, look.
Incorrect. Security.
Ah, there you are. That's all I came up here to find. You get 30 seconds is often more than enough to get what you need done.
How may I serve you, mistress? Unauthorized facial pattern. Unauthorized act.
Dang. Yay!
Welcome to Repcon headquarters, Rocketeer. I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have, within specified parameters. And if you'd like, I can answer whatever questions you'd like, provided your query is limited to Repcon history, research and development, or Robco. Robco Industries purchased Repcon in 2075 to assist with... The relationship between Robco and Repcon is mutually beneficial, and we hope that... Very well. The tour showcases...
Yeah, tour.
Ready for the Repcon tour, Rocketeers? Courtesy of the fine folks at Robco, I'll be your guide today on the path of scientific discovery. How may I serve you, mistress? In the lead-lined case behind me is a spent radioactive rod from one of our old reactors. No need to stand too close. Let's move along, shall we?
I don't think it's there anymore. Oh. Contains harmless. Step closely, please don't.
Look here, a row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful, they may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's why.
Yay!
my right, you can see a sample of some old safety barrels Repcon once used to store radioactive waste. Perfectly safe. On my left,
so I do love how 60s nuclear waste is like some nuclear drum, and yet real nuclear waste is absolutely nothing like that. In that it basically is just spent fuel rods that are radioactive and then get buried. They don't grow green. Nothing glows green. I say it's all complete, but you know, Fallout is basically radiation according to the 50s vision of the future, and radiation according to the 50s.
On the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit.
I've already seen this work. I say, these are totally safe and trustworthy, aren't they? You trust your lives and... So apparently this thing blew up.
Those behind me are Repcon's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers.
That's funny because it's kind of not Robco, it's General Atomics. Unless that was later retconned, I don't know. What the? It's a Protectron mated with a sentry bot in a not too happy life.
Light of our tour. Due to a generous donation from Robco, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots. Alright. Behind you are the incredible iBot, the fearsome Sentry Bot, and the always helpful Mr. Handy. That helpfulness runs through our whole line.
And this weird little iBot prototype with an even bigger antenna and with a massive antenna and a weird
stop on our tour. This model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between Robco and Repcon hopes to go. See the... Those little rockets zipping about? They are manned by robots, tirelessly looking for resources to mine on planets beyond our own. And that's it for our tour today, Rocketeers. Robco and its tiny partner Repcon thank you. Any further questions? Please, feel free to ask.
Like Robco and its giant ego. So Robco definitely has an ego. I don't even know what that's for. But I'll take it. What tour guide doesn't show you to the gift shop? Seriously. What tour guides were supposed to show? Gift shop. Well, that was the whole point. Apparently they sell the mini drums as a gift. Because of course.
How may I serve you, mistress?
But I got what I came in here to get and then took the tour because why not? I never knew you could actually get a Brotherhood holotape before the associated quest. Makes it a lot easier because it means I don't have to go back out to get them. Because I know where all three of them are. To be honest, that's the one I always struggled finding because I always go the wrong way. But I know where all three of them are. Why I'm heading this way, because I know where the next one is. And I conveniently skirt around Deathblood Country by going this way. That's used in the Mr. House quest only, that location. Dark side of the mountain. I think it's the other side of the mountain I need to be. I think it's the other side of the mountain. It's a dumping ground off this mountain, but maybe that's why it's called Black Mountain, because it's got dark side. Right. Isn't this going to look so much more beautiful in Fallout 4's engine? I mean, there's a couple of things in New Vegas just, yeah, you know, this time, same with Oblivion, just can't do well. And can't really be fixed in my mods either, is people don't look right. And anything other than your currently loaded cells looks like ass. I mean, to be honest, so the long distance graphics are so hideous. Oblivion Mountains definitely take that prize, but did that just try and go through that rock? It didn't, it?
Can't run from me.
It just tried the radical. I know it's a radical scorpion, but it didn't have to try and go through the rocks. It's not that radical. It's not even like there's a seam in the rock to go through. Nah, that's always a good one. Just for your 5 damage threshold it gives you. That pretty much makes you immune to shotguns even while butt naked. It's a very potent perk. I know, bark scorpions. Oh, it ran past me. I do not want cards. Because they end up crashing your inventory for some reason.
Can't run from me. Guess we made it.
Boone is such a useful companion. I mean, this is Scorpion Gulch. I mean, if you're going to find scorpions anywhere, this is the place you're going to find them. Because this place is just Scorpion Gulch. I think it's even called Scorpion Gulch. And they're all dead. At least the big ones, anyway. Yeah, it's even called Scorpion Gulch. And it definitely earns the name, because they are absolutely everywhere. I'm not actually sure it's like the biggest concentration of enemies even in New Vegas. It's rather ridiculous. I forgot how many bloody things are here. Finally have some Aiden. There's my rat away. Finally take that away and bottles of scotch and I'll be full health. Scorpions. Ah yes, I'm in the right place now. Repulsive, aren't they? It's rather a shame they didn't get into Fallout 4. There they are. To my knowledge, Mo is the only named thing that actually respawns. Curiously, it actually respawns. It's like the only named thing that does. Repulsive Centaur. Yeah. When you're thrown in a vat of FUV, this is likely what will happen to you. Is you become something like this. More concerned. Massive amount of radiation taken, and I don't have Radaway because it's really rare. So jump out to there.
This is a dangerous place, human, especially for your kind. You must have heard a radio broadcast. The Wire. The voice on the radio belongs to Tabitha. She took control of this place almost 2 years ago. The super mutants here do whatever. The road is a series of switchbacks up to the peak. There are 3 blocks. Just before the peak is a kind of shanty village. More second gens there. The Nightkin are vicious in combat.
Meanwhile,
and that's if you see them coming.
Still playing.
Most don't. They were created to be soldiers and given devices to camouflage them in battle. Unfortunately, they spend most of their time at the top of the mountain, but patrol the roads after dark as well. Yes, I hear that.
A minigun. Nothing wrong with a minigun. But I don't have enough 308 round. I don't have any 308 round at all. I have so few? I bought some. Oh, is that what I think it is? I'll hit you with something that hits just as hard. Yeah, that is what I think it is. The ultimate in 5.56 weaponry. Also, but it's probably about the only thing short of the minigun that burns through ammo at such a rate. Well, these are the rest of my Radaway. Precious, precious Radaway. I have become addicted to something I'm supposed to not be able to be addicted to. Well, I need to find a doctor, which are not common. I'm really not common. Oh, we're Nightkin. I didn't think he was supposed to be down the mountain. Need to go find Doc Mitch or go to Good Springs because it's the one place I actually know there's a. It's the one place I actually know there's a doctor. I'm pretty sure Prim doesn't have one. Novak does, but most places kind of don't. Oh no. Scorpions. Whatever shall we do? Oh, well, Dark Scorpions always come in extreme numbers. But to kill one, 2 more will take their place. Or 3 more will take their place, if you will. Oh, I don't want to be stuck behind this fence. Ideally not behind the fence. Just need to get good. Oh, more! Oh my, how many of these are there? I mean, I knew the fuckers were common, but bloody hell. I knew they were common, but that takes it to new heights. Near Good Springs. It's one of the few places I know. I don't think there are many doctors at all.
That guy's got cold eyes. Definitely ex-military.
You know, powder gangsters, considering they are violent escaped convicts, the vast majority of them aren't attack on sight. If you're not, if you haven't allied with them, which means they're not actually that. Compared to quite a few things, they aren't actually that evil. Obviously, one of the starting quests in Good Springs sort of gets you. You're either best buddies with Good Springs or you're best buddies with the powder gangers, and it's one or the other. That Gene skydiving I see ahead of me. Shit shack, yep, that looks like it. Oh. How to sprint in BC, Crazy Rabbit? Answer: mods. I think it's actually just called Sprint Mod. If you look in the description of the video, you'll find the stream. You'll find a mod list link, and it should be on there. It's next like Sprint Mod or something. I'm pretty sure it's called Sprint on the ESP. So that's how you sprint on PC. I bound it to Q, which is what my sprint is in every other Bethesda RPG. But you can bind it to whatever you want. It's one of the many beauties of playing on PC. You get to have mods that fix everything. Tumbleweed? Just tumbleweed. It's a wind Brahmin. You know what? Let's just finish this. Let's just make... The fact that, you know... The fact that that happens even if you don't get seen means it's scripted. Oh, you can't run in the official game, Crazy Rabbit. You can't. It's a mod, it has to be. Skyrim and Fallout 4 both have sprinting, but the older gen ones like New Vegas, Fallout 3 and Oblivion don't. It's kind of really, really annoying. I need to cure this addiction. If I can find them.
Welcome back. Sure, Okay.
There's supposed to be an animation of him flicking the needle, but apparently that derped out and he went back to eating. Ow. Ooh. Yeah. Caught my nail on something that hurts. Ugh. Toenail, this is, not fingernail. Although, yeah, I should be able to get that done in time. Sorry, I'm just checking my toenail. Yeah. Yeah, I did check. I did health alert one. Yeah, for some reason that one's locked.
I don't think Joe Cobb knew what hit him. I'm hoping you took him down for a good reason. I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in good...
So you know, this room isn't even locked, like remotely locked. Like, there's not even a door on the inside.
Hi there, sticking around good...
Oh yes, you're not actually the toggler, you're not actually the quest starter, are you? It's, I give you a fucking caravan deck to crap your inventory out, guy. The nukes are so rare, Crazy Rabbit. Yes, I'm not actually sure I've got any. Actually, let me check. I'm pretty sure I don't have any. No, I don't. I actually don't have any. They are unbelievably rare. And the ones that you can get are, you know, they're not that rare in vendors. I mean, Gunrunner's always stock some, but they cost a fortune, like 300 caps a shot, and they're actually, short of like 2 enemies, Legatus Lanius and Ulysses, nothing is worth a mini nuke in New Vegas.
That's close enough. Sorry about the gun. We got off to a bad start. Thanks, I guess. Cobb's friends are the bigger problem. And when he doesn't get back, I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can. We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us.
I've taken down an entire legion.
If some of the other people in town were also on board. Start with... So what's going on? Did some...
Yeah, that's polite of you. You asked me before I even had a chance to get outside. Yeah, I haven't even had a chance to get outside. He's already... already trying to ask me if I've already seen her. I can't possibly have. I never left your sight. Your favorite things.
Hi there. Sticking around. Say no more. Even though Joe Cobb's dead. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be... If you could convince Trudy to join us. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with that. A silver tongue would help.
I think Trudy lives in here. Apparently not. Apparently no one lives in here. Zoe Smiles lives in there, and that's about it. Everyone else actually has a house. Except Chet. Chet lives in his store. I think a lot of people will agree with you there, Crazy Rabbit. The energy weapons just aren't satisfying at all in New Vegas, I've found. You know, liking unsworded energy weapons, I think is pretty normal.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. Way I heard it, I didn't think... I've got plenty of supplies for sale. If you're hurting for... Now just hold on. I never voted to take on... That's more like it. The people can pick up their extra ammo and leather armor.
So he also gives you tutorials about pretty much about weapons and stuff, but I don't need that. Easy Pete actually has a house. I thought he just sat in front of the saloon all day. I didn't think he actually had a home.
Howdy. Too dangerous. Gonna kill all. Too dangerous. Sorry. Blow yourself up. Keep your gun.
No, Easy Pete was helpful. I mean, he is responsible, but... you know, I'm armed up with a gun.
Hello.
I'm hardly... You know,
so you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang? That does sound like a good plan. Alright, you seem to know what you're doing, so you can count me in. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll... While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little...
There we go. Now we can actually start. To be honest, actually, Doc Mitchell could give me a few supplies. Because he just gives them to you. He doesn't actually give them to the town. He just gives them specifically to the player. Which is actually quite handy, because I could do with some free medical supplies.
How are you holding up? Seems like wherever I... Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce.
He also has a
but
laser
I'll give you... I ain't got much, but it'll do you more good out...
So he's actually quite well equipped because he's got a laser pistol, which for a bottom grade weapon is one of the better ones. Hence why you can never find any ammo for it. Yes, I need to go to Ringo to start it. Because Ringo never moves from there, as a result he always... You know, it basically allows the quest to set up while you're in this little tiny garage. Where's he gone? He's asleep. Yes, apparently looting his shit is fun.
So what's going on? Well, I guess that means...
Time to look alive. At least say...
I'm just looting this place first. Go get something back from help giving money to shit for no reason. Oh, that's steel. Anything of value, there is 9mm rounds. Just box the turd in. Now blow yourself up with some dynamite. Says some nut to his throat. And Boone killed everyone. He only does headshots.
I owe you a huge favor for this. I'll stick around for a bit long.
You haven't talked to him again yet. Fucking awful. Or caravan deck, which
that'll teach the powder gangs to avoid good. Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're... Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it.
Makes you wonder how strong that safe is.
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. If the lock's too much for you to handle... Sure. Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old... If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though.
So she just based...
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos.
No, if you go...
Coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs,
if you go, you get
otherwise there's nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
That's Cazador country. It's one place you definitely do not want to go, especially at low levels. To the point where Victor the Securitron will pop up out of nowhere to tell you to turn back because it's that bad. But I have run out of time, as it has just gone 1 o'clock, because I'm actually out of time. Which means I have to save up. So, just making sure I get the right save. Herfrider. Always get the right save. Yeah, you say you stop leveling really quite quickly in... So you stop leveling quite quickly in New Vegas. But... that is the end of New Vegas. And is the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you liked it. You know, if you enjoy, please subscribe. Just because YouTube really demands that you have 1,000 subscribers now to do things. You know, so any subscriber I get I really appreciate. So, well, thank you for watching. Goodbye.